I just got my coffee. Any Chelsea knives? Yeah, I guess you probably thought I was playing Warhammer. Only we're crocheting it. I think I'm doing a pretty decent job. I've never crocheted a Warhammer dude before. And we're trying to go for a really hard dude as well. His name is the Infernal Master, but here is what we got done so far. And I made his like little emblem thingy. I gotta add that later. But let me show it. It's hard to see because it's kind of blurry. Let me put that over there. Where is the thing so I can make it sharper? There we go. I know now it's like super blurry, but you'll see. But yeah, here's what we got done so far. Alright, I was actually really I had to like forego some details, you know, like, but honestly the ones I chose to still keep, like it's still like, it's adding on, it's mostly just a lot of color change and like embroidery that really hone it all together. I haven't really had to do much like difficult crochet. His beetle looks a little sad though, I'm not gonna lie, it looks like a dancing cockroach. Now I'm thinking of like the little song, like, you know, the song Cucaracha, like, I just have an image of a little dancing cockroach. It's supposed to be a beetle though. And here's this like little emblem. And the like little beetles at the bottom. Oh, now that is from a wire. That's how you get that. I need to do something later to add some gray at the front though. But the problem is the front of his wire, front of his horns have gray in it. I don't have a gray pen. I'm thinking I might try to glue some yarn down, or maybe some fuzz. That might look better, I'm not sure. The yarn will be too thin, but if I can fuzz it up, I can kind of get to look like the plate of metal that's supposed to go there. But yeah, I think today we gotta work on his arms and stuff. But he's so little, but yeah, Takoyaki, he's now in Korea, because Takoyaki has a Korea trip for Christmas, and he's in Seoul right now, but he's coming to Busan on Wednesday. And we're gonna get to go see him. Oh man, you know what? I kind of hope he gets, I don't know if he's pre-booked a bus ticket, or a train ticket, because that's Christmas Day. That might get sold out, actually. That would suck at that, what do you call it? I don't know, can he? My problems with booking a ticket though is, you know, if it snows or something and it gets canceled, I'm a little worried about that. For last time I tried to meet Stephanie, right, like it like rained so much so we ended up not being able to meet at all. It was September, it wasn't even like summer anymore, it's not supposed to rain like that. And just all of a sudden that one day in September, the day we're supposed to meet, it just rains like, you know, like heaven and high water, like what the heck. It was still a blessing in disguise because it turns out Mr. Coffee brought COVID back from Poland, so that was actually a good thing we did. Already have a good lurk. Let me see, I need to pull up a picture of him. Get distracted by a picture of Nimbus. Cute. Let's see. Oh, what I gotta do is like loincloth kind of thingy. I probably should do that first. Trying to see how I can make it look chainmail like. Okay, just need to make it a little bit longer. Oh, I made this a bit too big. Hey, Red Dagger, how you doing? We're trying to work on the little Warhammer dude. This is what we got done so far. I did his body mostly over the weekend. We did like the head and legs on stream, and then I kind of joined everything. Yeah, that's what we got. And I also got the little shield emblem thingy of the little beetle. Kind of looks like a crab. There's like not much room to embroider on there. Hey Caleb, how you doing? Again, I progressed on our little Warhammer dude. Oh, I should have changed one more. You see, oh, trying to challenge myself and try to make hubby some Kodama. Hope I'm saying that right. I can't find a pattern, so I'm gonna have to figure out and get my own pattern for the first time. Honestly, that's what we're doing with this little Warhammer dude. We're just kinda freehanding as we go. I'm actually almost scared to post it because I'm sure someone's gonna ask me for a pattern. I'm like, I did not write nothing down except for like, not even the the main, like I only the bare bones of the foot, like the shape, but not like the armor part that I went around. Like, yeah, that's all I wrote down because I had to make another one. I'll do the same for the arm. That's like the only things I've had to write down just to make sure the other side is the same, or at least same size. And what do you call it though? So yeah, that's what I'm a little worried about. Like a while back we made Hachuping, this little Korean character for the movie, and I posted on Reddit and so many people were asking me for a pattern. They're like, what pattern did you use? I'm like, there is no pattern. I freehanded it. Oh yeah, you finally on winter break, let's go. See, I'm trying to figure out trying to do like the loincloth kind of thingy, but I'm trying to figure out how to get the shape right. I keep having to frog. That's the thing when you freehand, you have to like frog a lot. Oh, see, I haven't watched that one yet. I need to watch that one. I need to see if Netflix... I think Netflix has most of the Studio Ghibli. I'm not sure they have all of them. I know they have things like Spirited Away and, what's the other one? Oh, My Neighbor Totoro. I remember that was on there. I need to see if they got Princess Mononoke, the little tree spirits. Oh, I found some glow in the dark yarn. I could not resist. Oh, it's gonna be so freaking cute. I need to get me some glow in the dark yarn one of these days. More likely, I need to see if I can find some glow in the dark thread. I know they have it somewhere, but the only place I've seen is on that I can order from, or I used to be able to order from, was AliExpress, but I can't order on AliExpress anymore. I don't know why. It just does not want to accept my payment. Even my, like, now my Korean debit card, which I was finally like, oh, okay, as long as I put money in there and I can use that, I can still shop on there. Now it's like it just won't let... It doesn't say something's wrong with the pay, it just says there's an error every damn time, so I do not know why. The card's not blocked, I still use the card to this day, so it's like... I don't know what the hell it is with AliExpress, but they don't like me anymore. Apparently I ordered from them too much. Maybe it'll get better once we're back in the States and I can just use regular PayPal with it. I don't know, Korea, it's more like... Korean online shopping is just weird. It's like it tries to block all my stuff. And it's like, I'm using a Korean debit card. For God's sake, let me make the damn transaction. I swear to God. They're so finicky. It's like, honestly. And poor, like, Kenai has the same trouble as me. Like, just sometimes, like, these Korean sites, like, if you're just a foreigner, they're just like, nah, not letting it through. It's just weird about it. It's just some kind of error goes through, and it's just like, what the hell? I think it's because, like, online shopping here is so convoluted and just, like, I get it why, because, like, they had, like, a while back, like, in 2000s, they had a really bad string of Chinese scammers come through and, like, wreak havoc. So that's why they got really strict. Hey, Game1Facts, how you doing? Let's see. Oh, Princess Mononoke's video. Oh, I don't have HBO Max. We only have Netflix. That's why I'm always like, is it on Netflix? That's the only one I got. I do need to see, though. I do you watch movies on, like, the 123 movie thing. So I gotta see if it's on there, but I'm pretty sure it's probably on Netflix. Wait, let me give Bex a shout out real quick. Did that go through? Hopefully that went through. But yeah, we're out crocheting the little Warhammer dude. I'm trying to work on his loincloth. The little mesh, what do they call it? Chainmail? Yeah, chainmail loincloth. But yeah, this is what I got so far. The little dude. He is very, very finicky. Hey, you got them all on DVD? Let's go. Honestly, that's the best part, is having them on DVD. Because you never... I heard some people say, like, some stuff that's, like, uploaded to Netflix and stuff, like, some parts are missing. Like, right, it's not just Studio Ghibli, it's like all kinds of different movies, like some scenes will be missing or something. Maybe it's like the version they upload, because to be fair, like, there'll be like so many different versions of a movie, right, like director's cut and all that, so maybe it's like, they'll have like the director's cut at home, and then like, the Netflix one just uploads the bare bones one. Or something, and it's like, I don't know, some scenes are cut out and missing, and like, they won't be like problematic scenes or nothing like that. I can understand if it was like a problematic scene, like, maybe from back in the day, you know how people used to be, so it's like, I can see them cutting that out, but usually they're just like innocuous scenes. Maybe it's just like to get it to fit on there more or something. That still kind of sucks though, because then you feel like you don't really have access to the old full one that you had before. Oh, really? So some areas are view changed for different regions based on those. But like, I wonder, like, what is it about it though? Like, these are like innocuous scenes. Like, there's like nothing. I can understand if like maybe a scene was like really racist or something back like from an older movie. I can totally see them cutting that out. But now these are just like small little clips of scenes. And they're just like, based on our laws, we must cut out this scene. Like, what? And usually they're like usually not even a big part of a scene, but it still kind of sucks though when you like when the scene's gone, right? Like, because sometimes there'll be like a gap in the conversation they've had or something. Oops, I forget. I could keep it like that. Let me see, because last time I made it a little bit too big. I know, right? I love Studio Ghibli. Oh, little spoof, little suit sprites. They're so cute. I think the first Studio Ghibli movie I ever saw was Spirited Away, and then My Neighbor Totoro. Okay, let's see if that's long enough. You know what? That looks pretty good. Okay, we can cut this off now. I reckon it just be due to culture differences, if that makes sense. Be respectful of the culture. But the next thing is, they were never like scenes that were like heavily cultural scenes either, though. Is so weird. Like someone like, you know, just walked in to like have breakfast or something, and like that scene's gone now. Like, I think partially might just be to try to shorten it, I think. Like, because usually they're kind of like not very like nothing really going on scenes. So I think that's what they're trying to do. I think they're trying to cut down the watch time, I think. Fit it on there, I guess. Maybe squeeze it on there more. Oh my god, yeah, there's probably something like that. There's always something like that on YouTube. I wonder if anyone actually ever watches it. Let's see. Oh, see, that's what I need to watch next. I need to watch House Moving Castle. That is on Netflix, so I just haven't been putting it off because I want it to be like the perfect day. Whenever I watch a Studio Ghibli movie, it needs to be like a nice cozy day where I get all snuggled up, like I got nothing to do. The house is all perfectly clean. There's nothing to worry on my mind. I could just sit and have like hot cocoa or something. I need to watch House Moving Castle next. And I usually prefer to watch on the computer, and that's why I usually watch them when Mr. Coffee's gone on like business trips. So maybe it's next business trip I can watch House Castle. Sometimes I'll do it while I'm doing my nails, because like my nails take like 3 hours to do. Not so much the nail part, like because I just use press-ons, but the whole grooming, all that crap, that takes so darn long. So usually I'll like clear everything off the computer desk, like move the keyboard up, get the video set up, get cozy, get a cup of nice beverage, and just be like doing my nails while I'm just like watching it on the big screen. I need to do my nails recently, but I'm waiting for these little bits to heal up. I got like some nicks from the previous week. I think it was from rubbing against like, you know, like how luggage has like a very coarse material, like duffel bags and stuff. Like that's what they're from. They're from rubbing against like the duffel bag. Like when me and Mr. Coffee visited my in-laws. Like good grief. No, I have not seen that one yet. I'll have to see that with Variety is on that as well. Hopefully I'm saying it right. They seem to have most of them. I'm trying to think if there was another one I saw. I remember one time I was almost gonna watch House Castle on like kind of like, I think it's like known as Kiss Anime. It's kind of like Kiss Cartoon, if I remembers that. They took that down, but I think Kiss Anime is still up. And I was gonna watch it on that, and I was like, wait, let me go check if it's on Netflix, and it was. Then I forgot something happened, and then I had to cut my little watching time short. But I was like, okay, but next time I'm gonna watch that on Netflix. Because thankfully, Korean Netflix has access to the Studio Ghibli movies. I don't think they're available on American Netflix, if I'm correct, right? I think it has to be I think it's everywhere else. I think it's not just Korea. I think it's like every other Netflix has it, just not America. I think that might be why, because Red Dyer said it was on HBO Max. Which, or is that HBO Max? If it's on there, that makes sense why it's not available on Netflix, because it's already on there. They want people to buy that service. And probably, like, Netflix wouldn't have the legal rights to put it up. But we don't have Max, you know, in other countries, so that's why I think that other countries' Netflix, they're allowed to put it up. Come on, I gotta cut that a little bit. There you go. Okay, make sure there's absolutely no fuzzy edges. Okay, now the tricky part. Probably should have sewn this on first, the chainmail thingy. Probably right at the base with the gray meats. Will be good. Ooh, what sort of materials does the fire truck work on? I don't know. I'm very bad at these kind of jokes. Oh no, why does your computer suck? Is this the Acme? Oh man, it's not lagging, is it? Oh shit, the audio stopped working? Oh, for God's sake. Is it Windows? Like, I hate... Like, as much as I love using Windows more because of simplicity and stuff, but like, gosh, like, Windows updates, man. They be like... It's supposed to improve stuff, not like make it worse. You know what I mean? Oh, wait, hold on. I read your thing wrong. I thought you were telling me a joke. I thought you said, what materials does the fire truck work on? I thought it was I read that as fire truck, and I thought you were telling a joke for a second, because we've had Smokey come in here saying, like, you know, fire jokes before. Oh my god, I just happened to reread that. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. It's supposed to get rid of the fuzzies that, like, melts the edges. Oh my goodness. Oh, you said fire trick. I'm here thinking you're trying to tell a firefighting joke or something. I'm slow. I did have to get up earlier today, and I just got back home a bit ago from going out to the post office, like a 20-minute walk. Or more like, actually more like a 30-minute journey if you think about it. It's like 50 minutes there, 50 minutes back. But the whole thing probably took like 40 minutes because I was like in there for like a good, like, I think 10, 15 minutes, I think. But yeah, we finally mailed off my niece's Yonso's gift. I thought originally I was going to hand off to my mother-in-law. Funny thing is it still has her address on it. Like, the return address has her address, not ours, because sister-in-law doesn't know we live here. Which is so stupid. It's a weird thing my mother-in-law's concocted. Apparently she told them, oh, we're moving here next year, so at least next year we'll have, like, I think I'll finally get to be able to meet Yonso. Apparently Mr. Coffee told me it actually would not have mattered how much weight I lost. She still probably wouldn't have let me meet Yonso because of the whole her not knowing we live here kind of thing. But I'm like, she could have said we flew in or something, you know, for at least the first birthday. Yeah, I missed my niece's first birthday. I thought it was because I didn't lose enough weight. I think mother-in-law tried to make it seem like that, but really it was kind of more... She didn't want the secret to let out. And like, it should not even be a damn secret to begin with. I didn't even know it was a secret for the longest time. This poor sister-in-law. Everyone's keeping a secret from that we live here. And for what? For what reason? It's so stupid. And I think it's more like... I think mother-in-law is trying to make, I guess, us seem like, oh yeah, we're over in America, like, oh, blah, blah, our lavish life or some bullshit. I think that's what she's trying to do. Because, like, living over in America could be seen as like, oh, you have money or you got a really damn good job kind of thing. it's seen as that in Korea. It's like a status symbol thing, so that's what it's all for. It's all for fucking status. Makes me so mad. He's like, right, I don't have any fire truck jokes. Right? I don't know why I read that as fire truck. I mean, to be fair, if you like, or I guess if you replace the I with a U, it will read truck. My brain is not braining today. But yeah, whenever I have to like get up early, like I'm like running on 5 hours of sleep, which I know for some people they can do that, but I cannot. I need at least 8 to 9 hours of sleep, maybe even 10. I swear, I'm probably one of those people who need to have probably like 10 hours of sleep. I can never function on less than 8. And even 8's like kind of, I'm already still kind of groggy. Oh, also, thank you for the sour ball. What color do you want? Did you want red, green, or blue? I got 3 different colors. That, to be fair, because look how tiny the text is, by the way. This is how small the text is. And when you're reading fast, and I have it plugged in, so I have it kind of a little bit further, I have the chat a little bit further away from me than normal. So if I kind of read y'all's chat a little bit late, that's why I have to like physically turn my head to look at it. So I'm charging, I forgot to charge my phone. But you get to choose, ooh, red, good choice. Yeah, right, this is a rare one we normally don't have on stream. It's a plum flavor, which, funny enough, it doesn't taste anything like plums. It tastes more like sour cherry mixed in with a little bit of that artificial peach candy flavor sometimes, if you've ever gotten like peach candy. That's what it tastes like. It's not bad though. I kind of like that. I usually hate that artificial peach candy, but actually mix it with this cherry sour taste. I kind of like it. Oh yeah, like R and N turned to M often, right? When you're trying to read that. Down the update for Windows 11, hopefully. Oh my god, it's at 8%. Oh my god, it's gonna take a while. Did I do this right? Hold on. Uh-oh. I actually sewed up a wee bit too high. Oh no. Let's see if I can pull it down. Oh well, that's probably fine. Yeah. Unless I could take the light gray part off. I just sewed it on though. Maybe if I puff the chest up a little bit, that actually looks better. It's supposed to be more like this, like the tip is supposed to be barely overlapping, but it's like realistically it's like covering the whole darn thing. I think I need it. Well, I need to put the arms actually anyway, so actually the armor is gonna puff up like this. Alright, it's just like a little flap I made. So it's like it's gonna actually puff up once I get the arms sewn in right there. So that will actually probably even itself out. I was like a little worried about that. I think it'll work out fine. Honestly, whatever you do, Caleb, do not switch it. You keep that Windows 7. Don't do it. Don't ever switch to Windows 8 or 10 or whatever. Keep that precious Windows 7, because my god, I hate Windows 10. The problem is, I have it, like, it was going to be a given that it was going to already be on our new computer anyway. But I had a laptop that had Windows 7 on it, and I was able to have The Sims 2 on it. With the, ultimate, what do you call it, download pack. Like, whenever Sims 4 came out, they made Sims, 2 completely free for a bit. And there's actually still places you could like download it, thankfully. I think I still have the on file to be able to like unload it and download it again. Or like reinstall it again. I have like the files. But they didn't work on Windows 10. And when Mr. Coffee had to borrow my laptop, we had already had the desktop laptop, so I'm like, I didn't need my laptop anymore. I mean, we had the desktop computer, so I didn't need my laptop. So I told him, yeah, you can use it, and he had to switch, I forgot why, he had to switch to Windows 10. On it, I already updated the Windows 10 on my laptop, and I mean, everything got erased, right? Like the Sims and everything. Which I kind of knew that I was going to probably just download it again. I was gonna originally like, well, I'm gonna have it on the desktop anyway, but then it didn't work on the desktop. I was like, uh-oh, wait a minute. And then I found out he switched it to Windows 10, and then I'm like, oh, it seems like it won't work with Windows 10. Someone in here did tell me earlier, that was Annalise. Yeah, Annalise said it does work for Windows 10, you just gotta find a tutorial on how to do it. To be fair, it's like a very convoluted, like, thing you gotta do to get the Sims to work anyway, even with Windows 7. But my goodness, I miss Windows 7. I miss the simplicity of it. It was unproblematic. Right, what's the brutal way to break a computer? Snap it in half and use a gun to shoot it. It's already broken, why use it? Right? Aw, no audio, no computer. Honestly, right? I would imagine like it should still technically. I think Google and YouTube should still work fine on XP. It's not like it's old, but it's more like it's really more it's software that's gonna stop working. You know what's funny though? Is that it's more like old phones is actually where it seems to be where YouTube and stuff will stop working. I think it'll always work even on older Windows and stuff like YouTube and stuff because that's like a different version. Because like the app is a different version than the desktop one, right? But what do you call it? I have like an old tablet, like those old Samsung tablets. I can't use freaking what do you call it on it at all. I can't use YouTube on it anymore. I have to like watch YouTube through Chrome, which is so stupid. And I'm just waiting for the shoe to drop where Chrome's not gonna even work anymore. But thankfully, it's really more of just a glorified book. Like it became like a Kindle now. I have like PDFs of my books. I have the Animorphs on there. What else I got? I got all kinds of music on there because I got like a little SanDisk that has like I think like 38 gigabytes, so I can put a lot of music on there. Oh, the biggest problem with Windows 7 was the semi. Oh wait, did it actually force Windows 7 computers to like update to Windows 10? I wonder if that's what Mr. Coffee did when he like. I think that's around the time the Windows 10 update came around when he had changed it on my laptop. And it sucks because he only needed the laptop for like a short bit before he got a new one would work. And now that laptop has freaking Windows 10 on it. I wish I had Windows 7 because now I want to be able to put the Sims back on it. Okay, let's see. Let me go on a quick bathroom break because we need to work on the arms next. Oh, you gotta fight it pretty much. Oh, okay, so like it would try to do. Oh, is it like it would try to do it automatically? If you didn't catch it, it would automatically update to. Oh, that's so nasty. Like, why would it do that? Like they're like use our Windows 10. It's like, right with the whole Windows 10. I hate the whole stupid ad pop-up things. I get it, yes, because it's free, right? But like, if they're like gonna force you to download it, or like they're gonna try to force install it on your computer, that's so stupid. Because it's like then they're trying to force the ads on you in a sense. It's one thing if you're like, oh, it's free? Okay, I'm fine watching some ads. If you're like happily content with your Windows 7 and it's trying to auto, you know, update to that, it's so dumb. Not to mention how that would ruin so many people's software that won't work anymore, right? Like that's so horrible to do that because like you never know what that person's using that older computer for. Like maybe they're trying to use an older game or software that won't run on a newer, you know, newer operating system. And if they force it to update, that's gonna like render your device useless for whatever software you're trying to use. Right. I think I remember something like that, right? Like it would kind of do that with updates, right? Like it would remind you, but it would also, if you didn't do anything about it, it would just automatically start updating. So it was kind of like that. Ugh, that's so nasty of them though. But let me BRB. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. Oh no, it's like I did some changes how it was allowed to update and it broke a lot of other stuff over time. Right? I would think you could turn off auto updates. Well, maybe like an update to a whole new operating system might be different, I think. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think they're saying it was like kind of forced on you. Like it was, they're probably going to have, they want you to switch over to the new operating system because the new operating system has ads. How lovely and dystopian, you know? It's one thing if you're like, oh, let me get this free operating system. I'm fine with the ads. That's one thing, but like to be happy with your paid, because right, a lot of people had to pay for the Windows 7 update, right? You had to buy the license for that shit. they're happy with their paid one. They don't want to switch to the free one with a bunch of freaking ads popping up over the time. But I'll be right back. I'm gonna pop you guys on the BRB page. Where's my BRB thing? Oh, here it is. I'll be back. I'm gonna go on a restroom break. Alright, I'm back. Also, XD Siren, thanks so much for the follow. We're working on our little Warhammer guy. And we're about to start working on the arms. It's gonna be hard. I'm not sure. I want to use wire for the fingers or if I want to give them like basic hands. Let's see. Get some of the blue. Yeah, I mostly just need the blue and a bit of gray. So it looks like halfway through the arm, like where the joint is, it's like a little bit of gray. Oh, elevator arrived, right? I know, especially waiting on elevators can like be so like depending on how big the building is, it's like kind of a drag. Especially if someone got to it right before you did and you watch them go all the way up to the top floor and you had to like wait for it to come all the way back down, all that stuff. I think what I'll do is I'll make like the palm, and I think I might stick some wire out for the fingers so that way the fingers are, I can make it, because I need to make a staff where his hands can wrap around the staff. Hey Dropbox, how you doing? Oh, you're talking about the do you mean like the what do you call it, the BRB music? It is kind of like city pop elevator music. Right, probably even like, isn't it funny, like sometimes some of them call centers have like some banger songs during the waiting time. Just sadly the quality is so shitty usually. I'm a little worried this is like sewn up so high. I'm like debating if I want to remove it or not. I don't know. We'll see when we do the arms. Probably it'll be okay. But doing good. What I started a bit late today because I had to go to the post office. But finally, the little Molong I crochet is off to Yonso. Felt so weird having to like, I had to put my mother-in-law's return address. It was so scummy because like the sister-in-law doesn't know we live here. Making a mother-in-law's doing, she's the one who told him like, oh, we live in this, she says we still live in the States to them. The brother-in-law obviously knows we live here, right? Because like he used to live with his parents, and so like he knew when we moved here. So it's like everyone knows we live here but extended family and the sister-in-law. And it's just like, why? Like, such a stupid lie. It's gonna come out one day. Like she's gonna see pictures, like that means I have to be careful what I say, and I hate it. If I say something, it's gonna just implode, and it's gonna like, then everyone's gonna get all mad, and it's just. Thankfully, she told them we're moving here next year, which is so dumb because like literally we're moving probably like 2026. Why is she now all of a sudden saying? I thought she was trying to wait. I thought she was trying to hold off until we finally move to America, because she's always calling Mr. Coffee like, when are you guys gonna move to America? You should move to America now. Even though it's like not the time, obviously. Mr. Coffee's waiting until he saves up enough money. Because, you know, he's got to be able to pay his tuition plus living expenses, so we're trying to save up a good bit before we go over there. And I think like at least 100K, hopefully. And that's going to take a while to save up. And she's always asking like, if you saved up enough, you should go now. It's like, what? And even then, I don't want to go. We just got this apartment just 2 years ago. I would like to not move after damn 2 years, lady. Can I not stay settled in a place for more than 2 damn years, please? Like, seriously, it pisses me off. She was like, as soon as we moved here, she was bitching, like, when we're gonna move to America. It's like, we just moved here. Let us enjoy the gosh darn apartment, lady. Like, it's all about appearances and stuff, and it drives me freaking absolutely nuts. Because apparently it looks really good on paper for having in Korea, like, if you have a relative that lives in America. It's like, oh, they're making good money, they're smart, which Mr. Coffee is smart and all that, like, right? It's just more of a timing thing, like, Mr. Coffee makes pretty good money and like at the business he makes. I don't know why she just couldn't say we live in Busan. Like, it's so weird. Like, why should I go and make this stupid lie? Now all of us gotta tippy toe around her not to be careful what we say. And be careful what pictures we show and shit. It's so stupid. Oh, British show Keeping Up Appearance. I remember like so many movies in America would be like Keeping Up with the Joneses, right? Is it like, do they have like little lies and crap like that? They have to like worry about oh yeah, coming to life. That's what it feels like. Even my father-in-law, I could tell he looked so annoyed when we were discussing things. And he was talking about something like, oh yeah, when they need to see Yeonso. And then she's like, oh no, remember that they don't know, Subin doesn't know they live here. And you can see his face like, oh, for God's sake. Yeah, I forgot about that, right? Like, we have to tippy-toe around it with them to make sure not to reveal anything. Because then Subin's gonna be like, wait, you guys actually live here? It's so stupid. Like, I didn't mind not telling the grandfather we lived here, because, like, literally, Mr. Coffee's grandfather passed away without even knowing that Jung was, like, literally just the next town over from him, you know. It's so crazy. But what do you call it? But the thing is, though, the grandfather was an asshole, so we were like, it's kind of good that he didn't know we lived here, because then he'd probably demand Mr. Coffee come over to work on his fields and stuff on the weekends or shit, some shit like that. He's kind of like, yeah, you need to come work on my farm for me for free. He's like one of those kind of relatives. So I was fine with him not knowing, because like it meant we didn't have to go see him or nothing, because it was a real. But I really want to see Yeonso though. I don't know why they're trying to keep it from Subin. It's so weird. But Subin is the name of my sister-in-law. So if you hear me say Subin, that's who I'm talking about. That's a weird thing, actually, because in America, she'll have less control. It's really more about appearances. If anything, she actually had more control when we moved here. That was like the only drawback of living in Korea that's kind of like, dampened my experience a little bit, was her. Like, she's really, like, any of the good stuff I love about Korea, it's like, she's really tainted it for me, I will say. But at least I still got to, like, and even when cause, like, we all used to live in Wonju, right? And I was so happy, like, oh, we're moving Busan, we're gonna live so far. And then I find out they live close by. Like, I did not know they had moved from Wonju to Miryang. And I'm like, wait, so we're gonna live near them again? Like, almost around the same time of our move, they moved down with the grandfather. I'm like, no, I thought we were escaping her. What the hell? Like, I was so mad. And thankfully, it's a little bit more distance than it was in Wonju, because Wonju are in the same city. At least here, we're like, an hour train ride. Well, not even an hour. Like, the train ride's like, I think like 20 something minutes. It wasn't very long. And I think it's like 30 to 40 minutes by car. Oh, so it's this comedy around the older lady who tries to wear posh while being middle class, and their last name, oh, it's Bucket, but it referred to be pronounced like it's French. Wait, is it Bouquet? Like, do they say Bouquet? Like, oh, does she go by like Miss Bouquet? Also, who has a last name Bucket? Are there people with a real last name Bucket, though? Because, like, my grandmother had a friend whose last name was Outhouse. Poor woman. It's a good thing she was a woman, too, because at least she could get her name changed back then. She was, like, my mom, not my mom, Grandma used to joke she was so ready to get married so she can change her god-awful last name. Buki? Ah, so they would pronounce it like that, like, Miss Buki, like, but still, it's like, right? Because, yeah, Bucket sounds like a kind of a crummy, middle name. Or not middle name, I mean last name. But yeah, it's, like, so weird. It's, like... I think that's what pisses me off, because actually Jung has a good job. It's like, are you not fucking proud of your son? Your son has a really damn good paying job. Like, he makes more than a civil servant. Like, civil servants only make 2K. And that's usually a pretty good, stable job in Korea. Like, you're like, oh, you work for this, you're a civil servant, yay! That's good, because it's like a hard test you gotta pass to get that job. It's lowish pay, but it's like enough to live. Like, you could live a comfortable-ish life, like, without any luxuries. Well, I don't know so much about a family, though, but like, it's so hard to get fired from. So if you get like a civil servant job, you're like set for life, but the pay's low, right? But Mr. Coffee, it worked for a Kickstarter, right? Like, and it's already like getting promoted and making much more money than a civil servant. So it's like, as for sure, it's not like working for Samsung level of success, but it's still like pretty damn good. It's not good enough for her. And it just drives me nuts. It's like, because he's had the job before we moved to Busan, so it's like, And that was before, like, only because, like, yeah, they got married last year. Because, like, actually, when we moved to Busan, like, I don't even know if they were dating or not yet, him and brother-in-law and Subin, or if they were just barely dating. I think she was just a girlfriend at the time when we moved to Busan. So I don't know why it had to be this whole hush-hush secret thing that we don't live here. It's so bizarre. I really want to know her damn reason. Besides the whole, oh, she just wanted to do it for appearances. Like, damn lady, because now we got all tiptoe. And that's, like, annoying. It's annoying as hell. Like, he makes good money. Like, what the heck? Oh no, I got a migraine. Now I'm stressed out. Oh, do you got any Excedrin in the house? Usually Excedrins are great for migraines. If not, you just gotta take some Tylenol. The weird thing is actually usually I've heard caffeine usually helps with migraines, which is odd, which I don't know if you really want to drink, because you already said you don't drink coffee. Well, it doesn't have to be coffee, it just has to be caffeine in general, but usually coffee's your go-to. Get a quick thing of caffeine. Usually put I think caffeine in Excedrin. I think that's like one of the ingredients. If you get an Excedrin, Tylenol, Advil, any of those, especially any like gel, I think, like liquid capsule, I feel like work better than the pill. Like a hard thing of Tylenol takes a little while to kick in. But I love how the migraine made you stress out, because usually it's opposite for me. Usually getting stressed out gives me the migraine. How many did I crochet? I think I did only 6, okay. Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot it's not the same as Charlie Bucket. To be fair, it's been so long since I've seen the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I wonder what her reason's gonna be. Like, she's basically telling him, oh, they're moving next year, just for us to turn around probably a year and a half later, just move back to the States. It's just so weird. So dumb. Honestly, I can't wait to move back to the States. Because that's the thing, if we move back to the States, it'll be less, she'll have way less control, actually. It'll be so far from her bullshit. So nice. And she won't be able to call willy-nilly as much. Well, she probably would call more on Cacao Talk maybe, but she won't be able to call as much. Well, also because of time zones too, so she won't be able to call as willy-nilly as she wants to. Oh. Ah, shoot, this phone keeps turning off. I need it on so I can at least see the... Sure. that's the one with the guy who plays Jack Sparrow, right? I mean, I remember being so surprised as a kid that the 2005 one is like literally the same as like the dude who played Jack Sparrow. I'm like, what the heck? They're the one and the same. I remember that blew my mind as a kid. Also, didn't Pirates of the Caribbean also come out sometime in 2005? Like one of them? I don't know if it was the first or second one. I remember one of them came, because didn't like the first one come out in 2003, I think? It was like early 2000s, I think. So he kind of did those films like kind of back to back. Isn't that crazy? Hey, Fishy, how you doing? Oh yeah, I want to show you the little Warhammer dude. Let me... Get this on. That's where you can see it a little bit better. There we go. Okay, there we go. Here is what we got done so far. We got the little body. Here's the head. And we got, it's supposed to be a beetle, but it does look like a dancing cockroach a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. And then here's like his little emblem thingy that's gonna go over his arm. Like some kind of like, I don't know, but it's like it's connected on like these like little beads. Those are like little beetles, I think, and this kind of looks like a crab. It's my best interpretation of a beetle and what I could do. Yeah, embroidering on crochet is very difficult. Thankfully, I think there's small enough details it's like where it'll make it look great as a whole. But like when you look closely, then it's like, like that don't quite look like a beetle. Yeah, it's a lot of embroidery, right? It's a lot of usually the small, like smaller details too, kind of help put together the image. I think like it's a lot of embroidery, it's color change and all that. Oh no, got two fake butts. It's been getting better after taking back antibiotics. But how are y'all? We're doing good. Just trying to get this done because Takoyaki's already in Korea now. Actually, he landed yesterday, and we're gonna see each other. What do you call it, on Wednesday? That's Christmas, because Mr. Coffee doesn't have work. Actually, let me text Mr. Coffee because we agreed to 5 o'clock. Oh yeah, because MVC has one of my works. They got a little Victini that has like the little I got a picture right. Hold on, let me find it. Got a picture for you. Let's see. Oh, I felt the Timon about the same size, and the face had so much. It was such a battle to get the details to look decent. Right, it is really hard to get the details to look decent. Like, I feel like at first I remember being like, oh, this is gonna be kind of a mess. Like when you first put this first small details on, but then we start adding on more. Even like when you look at them, like close up, they're like not that great. But as a whole, they kind of build on each other, and it does like help build the image, thankfully. Let me see. You say, wait, how much pre-planning does that require? Like, you can't just start doing things and see how it goes. That's kind of what I'm doing. That's kind of what we're doing, actually, because, I've had a frog a bit. But yeah, for the most part, I've been just kind of going with the flow. Like this, I kind of had to frog a little bit, like while I was doing this part to get the shape right. But for the most part, yeah, I'm just kind of going. I'm not really doing much planning. Most of the time I do try to plan, though, to be fair. But sometimes, like, the best way to see what's gonna work is just go ahead, go full speed ahead. And just see, the only problem is I'm not writing anything down. Because I'm not making this a pattern or anything. Because this is like, oh, mostly because I have to work fast. It would take me way too much time if I tried making this a pattern. Because, like, I have till Wednesday to finish this. Let's see. Also, I kind of already lost count of what round we're on. Where's the beginning of my round? I'm trying to see. Sometimes I can see in the beginning. Oh, did I ever sew up the yarn? You know what? I don't think I did I? Oh, no, I did. Aw, man. Oh, well. Let me start this again. I didn't like how this looks, so I'm going to make the hand a little bit bigger. That was a bit too small. Wait, did Johnny Depp play the Good Doctor? I didn't know it was Johnny Depp. Before I didn't watch it though. Isn't the one that was based off the K-drama? I remember it started as a K-drama actually, and then they just made a American version of it. Wait, no, that's a guy named Freddie Highmore. To be kind of fair, he does kind of look like Johnny Depp when he kind of played the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Not gonna lie, because Johnny Depp looks completely different in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Oh yeah, I know. I probably just sent twice. Oh my god, I've had that happen on Reddit. It's so annoying. Like, oh my god, like I was replying to somebody about a Pusheen I posted. I finally posted. Oh, I gotta show you guys. I finally finished her too over the weekend. I finally finished Paradise Pusheen. Got her little drink and all that, and I posted this on r/Pusheen, and it was somebody who had been waiting for me to post this one because I posted the older ones, right? Like the you'll see them up here sometimes. The like little coffee one and the Christmas Pusheen I posted on there, and they're like, oh, I can't wait to see this one, and I did. I was replying to that person, and I hit enter, and nothing went through, and I went enter again, and it finally went through, and it sent it 3 freaking times, and I was like, I had to, thankfully this subreddit lets me delete them, because some subreddits don't let you delete your comments, unfortunately. Thankfully this one does. I'm so glad it did, because it sent the same damn thing 3 times, and I was like so embarrassed. I didn't want them to think I was spamming them. But here's the weird thing, I only hit it once before, so if it like sent it twice, then I can like, okay, it did that, because sometimes it'll do that error where it's like, oh, something went wrong, it didn't post it, but it actually did post it, you know? But it sent it 3 times. I'm like, but I didn't hit it 3 times, so that's definitely something weird Reddit did on its own. Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, Johnny Depp was the one who played Willy Wonka. No, I was trying to say Johnny Depp didn't play the Good Doctor. At least if you're talking about this one right here. The 2017, right? The Good Doctor, it's a drama, has 7 seasons. That's a guy named Freddie Highmore. think it was no pork, but just in case, I'm gonna ask Mr. Coffee, and not Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee's asking, there we go. Yeah, because me and Mr. Coffee are gonna see Takoyaki Wednesday, so we're trying to come up with a place we can go. Right. I don't think I've ever seen Tusk. What is Tusk about? Let me see. What kind of... I think I've heard the movie, but I have no idea what it's about. Oh, that's probably why it's a horror movie. I don't really watch much horror movies. So they try to say he was in it, but he wasn't. Oh, but Lily Rose Depp was in there. Isn't that like his daughter, I think? Yeah, that's his daughter. I think that's why they probably thought he was in there, because his daughter was in there. Oh my, I'm reading the plot to it. Yeah, you're right. It is very, sounds very disturbing. I'm wondering where the comedy part comes in. Oh, okay. So he was in it. So, him and Kevin Smith's daughter had a spin-off on that movie as well. Oh, okay. So he is in it. Oh, so he went under a fake name. Okay. Oh, okay, so he plays like a French Canadian detective in it. I don't know why, that just sounds like such a Johnny Depp thing to do. Oh, that's your favorite line? I know, I'm trying to think of what my favorite line from my movie is. Definitely something from Lost Boys. Oh, there's so many good lines in that movie. Probably one of my friends was like, "They're only worms, Michael." Try to make this hand a little bit bigger. a lot of older movies were also much more quotable back then. Let's see. Oh, funniest movie I've seen is Beatles: A Hard Day's Night. Oh, I've never seen that one. Then again, I don't really watch very much stuff with the Beatles, but I'd ask my dad if he's seen that one, maybe. Okay, that's pretty good size, not too big. That's gonna be like the hand part. I'm gonna probably try to fish some wire through here. I think. Where's the yarn tail? Is the yarn tail long enough, or maybe only for one finger? I probably should do it now before it gets hard. So where did I put? I put some wire here earlier. There it is. It's gonna be a little tricky, but let's see. This is the hard part, trying to get two bits of wire through the same. Not same hole, I'm trying to get them through two different ones. Hey Moonrose, how you doing? Just working on our little Warhammer guy. Got most of his armor built. Now we just gotta do his arms, and then we just gotta work on the back stuff. I'm gonna try to hopefully finish it before I gotta finish it before Wednesday. That's when I'm gonna meet Takoyaki. Ah shoot. Where's the big needle at? I need a big needle to open these stitches up. Ooh, everything with magnets. I don't have any magnets. Club Crochet has the, like, he'll put little magnets in his little crochet work, and it's so cute. Like, you could just stick it to the fridge or, like, on metal railings and stuff. I need to get some. I just never see any magnets in the store, like, in a pack or anything. I should know. Me and Kenai tried finding a thing of magnets when we went Daiso, and we just didn't see nothing, so I guess we had to, like, get it online. The problem is AliExpress don't like me no more. AliExpress won't let me freaking buy from them. At least in Korea, on Korean internet. I don't know, it's so weird. I literally have a functional freaking Korean debit card. It let me purchase on it a few times, but now it don't want me no more. I'm like, I'm wondering what the heck the darn big deal is. Like, why AliExpress hates me? Why does any shop in Korea hate me, honestly? Shoot. Maybe I should do it the other way around. Do the shorter one first, because I'm trying to get these to come through two different stitches at the same time. It's not like thread where I can just thread it through the other side. I probably do, but the problem is, like, you have to get, like, the magnets for, like, arts and crafts, basically. Right, like, and they don't really have a big arts and crafts culture. At least not in the sense we do, like, in the States, right? Like, we got a Michael's, we got a Hobby Lobby, though I know not many people want to go Hobby Lobby no more, I don't blame them. But you know what I mean? Like, we have Joann's, like, they don't got shit like that here. You're kind of just stuck having to buy crap online, it seems like. Sure, you might find a novelty yarn store, but that's yarn itself. That's not going to be, like, a general craft store where you can find all kinds of cool, you know, like, jewelry findings and all that stuff. Like, you're pretty much kind of stuck having to buy that stuff online. And if you do find a store that does it, usually it's really, really pricey. I know, right? I miss a good crafting store. That's one thing I'm kind of a little bit looking forward to moving back to the States. The only problem is things are gonna get real expensive real soon, and I'm like, ugh, might not matter. No one's gonna be able to afford crap anytime soon. I for the life of me cannot get this to fit through. Get in there. Come on, I just need you to come out this one little gosh darn. There we go. Okay, there we go. Pull that up before it falls through, because I do not want to try to get that through there. There we go. This is gonna be the thumb right here. Oh god darn, a yarn doll. Okie dokie. I know, right? Oh, like, if I ever visit, I've never been to Europe before, but if I ever visit Europe, I want to get all kinds of different yarn and, like, crafting supplies. I did hear Seoul sometimes might have a crafting store. I think that's a problem. I think it's like you want something, you gotta go to Seoul for it. I'm like, shit, I'm just gonna buy it online. I might also see if they have it on Coupang, maybe. They do sell some. I can sometimes find yarn on Coupang. It's kind of like our Amazon, but it's not as good as AliExpress. Like AliExpress, I can find all the stuff I need, like the jewelry findings. Like I normally don't like getting stuff off AliExpress, but I found for like things like that, like crafting stuff, it's usually pretty like for that kind of stuff. It's like more you want to avoid clothing on there, right? You don't want to get like skincare stuff or anything like that. But for like jewelry findings, you know, yarn. So far, it's actually been pretty decent. Like that's how I discovered the milk cotton yarn that I get from there. Like it's honestly a godsend. It's actually my favorite yarn, and it's cheap and affordable. But the colors are bright and it's soft. Just wait, I'll find out years later that it's giving me cancer or something. Who the heck knows? But then again, everything's giving us freaking cancer these days. So I might as well be happy with the yarn, you know, cancer or not. Let me get that on there. Need some glue. Okay, I think that's long enough to be a thumb. I cut it here. They really go with stationery, I would say. Like you'll find lots of stationery stores here. So at least when it comes to like, and also a lot of stationery stores will have like painting stuff as well, like drawing and painting, thank goodness. So you will find that stuff here, thankfully, pretty easy. So their stationery game is really good here. So I think that's like the trade-off. It's like, kind of have to give up like big box store crafting places in terms for really cool, adorable, cutesy stationery stores. That's what's king here. And I wonder if that's because the reason is because, you know, studying is very big here, right? Study, 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 especially for kids. They don't really want their kids to be doing arts and crafts that much. And I think that's why they're very big on stationery here. It's like, well, yeah, we don't want you doing arts and crafts, but for your creative outlet, we'll let you have cute stationery. Kind of like it's like America's got cute stationery, but not as cute as Korea and Japan. Like their game is really good here. There's so many cute things. Ah, they didn't go over. Oops, I was supposed to go over it. Down there. There we go. I made that a wee bit long, so let me chip off just a bit more. I don't know if they have like, I thing with textile crafts. It's weird because I do see nowadays I do see more crocheting and knitting in Korea, so it is becoming a bit more popular. But I think everyone's, you know, just getting their yarn online. It's kind of where you get your yarn from. There are places like Takoyaki, which are like knitting cafes, but it's very expensive. Like, it is not cheap. And yeah, Daiso's got a little bit of yarn, but it's so inconsistent though. Like, it's not really good for big projects. And it's like, you'll find this one type of yarn you like, but they're not going to have it in the color you want. It's like a very limited selection. But it's good for like some smaller projects from what I've seen. Okay, let me see if I can get it to bend maybe? Maybe it's still too long. Yeah, I think it's still on the long side. Let me chip off just a bit more. Oh, really? I actually felt that wool, felting wool, often like lots of yarn in all colors and forms, but no, felting wool. That's weird, because I feel like that would be something big for Finland too, wouldn't it? You think they'd have a strong in both. Is it maybe because like it's just not popular, so it's like harder to find? Okay, so this place is very in very specific stores. The color selection is very limited. Yeah, I guess it's like more of a supply and demand kind of thing. That sucks though, right? That's one of the things I actually like about this milk cotton yarn, is that it has like a really wide range of colors, though they still lack the middle medium brown, which is this color right here. But thankfully I get that with Milky Cotton, which is a Korean milk cotton brand. Which is funny because they're not even milk cotton anymore. They switched to cotton acrylic, which I'm really happy about because they somehow kept the what do you call it, the same. They somehow kept it the same consistency. Like, it feels the same as the original yarn. Like, it's hard to tell the difference between the two unless you read the label. But I like that because I have to like tell people like, hey, my stuff's made with milk cotton. If you got a milk allergy, don't like, you gotta tell me that so I can make you something with a different yarn, with acrylic or 100% cotton, you know. Because apparently, I don't know if that how it would treat an adult, especially depending on what the item is, because they said like kids have milk allergies if they were wearing apparel that was like knitted and crocheted by milk cotton yarn, they were having like allergic reactions to it. So I don't know if having a keychain would elicit a huge reaction versus, because like it could have been like the overlong exposure of wearing the item. It's not as drastic as like if you were to touch milk. These kind of people's allergies are like really severe. It's not lactose intolerant. It's like literally you're allergic to milk. Because lactose is like you just can't digest the sugar. the milk allergy is you're allergic to the protein in the milk, I believe. And it's like some of it can be either you get hives, sometimes it can be anaphylactic. Like it can be as deadly as a peanut allergy. Like you can't touch milk, you can't, definitely don't ingest it. That's like certain death, honestly. But yeah, apparently like touching it can cause like anaphylaxis or skin or like the hives. And I don't know if it was from the kids wearing the sweater all day long and that was enough exposure to the material, to the protein, because that's how they make milk cotton yarn. Is that they use the casein protein in milk and somehow mix it with the cotton. I don't know how the hell they do it, but it makes it soft. It makes it soft, but not like it makes the, you know, like how cotton is like sturdy, right? Like it's very not flexible. Somehow milk cotton has a stretch to it, but not like acrylic where it loses its shape. Like it bounces back. Like it's really nice and flexible to work with. Let's see. Oh, okay, so it's more popular to do wet form where you can make oh, like shoes and hats and stuff. Thanks. And I'm gonna guess that probably the colors are still gonna be like limited on that, I bet. Oh god, that's right, 441? Damn. Where has the time gone? Okay, seeing how awful that thumb was to do, I'm gonna just keep the hand like this. I was gonna do fingers, but I'm like, nah, frick it. I can't. Oh, that was not going through very well. Even this is like, I don't want to stay right. I think it's good enough as a thumb, though. So I'll just keep that for the other thumb. Let's see, I think I need to switch to gold now. Let me see, or... Wait, no, I should just keep going blue, but I'm gonna work in the back loop so that way I could go around with gold later. Actually, wait, maybe I can do one more round. I know, right? Yeah, you usually don't make those super colorful of those, right? Like hats and stuff. So I'm gonna imagine it's lots of neutrals, maybe a red, maybe a blue here, maybe a light yellow, but nothing like drastic. No neon colors, you know. God, I'm still sleepy. What the heck? You know what? If I'm only gonna make the thumb, I'm not. There's no need to make that with wire actually, because I can literally just make like a chain, like a double chain cord, and just glue that, like sew that on, because that looks like a mess. So let me put this wire away. I'm gonna forego the wire. That was too much trouble to deal with. Oh, you know, maybe I should make the hands with like little chain stitches or something. That might work, maybe. Maybe we'll do that instead. but as you can see, when you go without a plan, it's a lot of frogging. Granted, we didn't go very far. I'll usually try to frog, or if I'm going to completely undo it altogether, I try to do it very early on. If I went very far, then I'm just going to commit, usually, and just try to do my best to fix it up later. Right, it is. It's just kind of like wasted effort, basically. And I'm just like, all that for a thumb? Nah. And if I'm gonna make the fingers grasp around the staff anyway, I can just kind of do that with, like, just sewing them in place like that, you know? I don't really need to actually have wire, because he's not gonna be like a malleable, like, movable figurine. Like, he's not like that. He's just gonna be a static decorative piece. I'm actually wondering if Mr. Takoyaki will be able to use this in a game. I heard some places like let you bring your own homemade piece, like some of the tabletop game like competitions and stuff. I wonder if he'd be able to actually use them for that. Like bring his little crochet dude to be like, I will play the Infernal Master. The reason why too it looks horrible why I threw it away is because like sometimes there's like bits of glue on there. Oh, it's hard to make it like look nice and clean. It's easier on bigger things when I have more room to work around, but not so much. There isn't much room, wiggle room. So sometimes it can end up looking kind of not the greatest. I'm like, you know what? There's no need to do that for a thumb. I'm just gonna restart so that way I can have like at least a cleaner hand. I know it's a good way to impress the competition when everyone has like the same 3D printed mush. Oh my goodness, right? Or the overly priced like painted figurines, like because Takoyaki was talking about how expensive it was to paint the figurines. Because they're like really expensive. Like the little paints, they charge a lot. Like I didn't even realize they would charge, even in Malaysia where the prices would probably be low for the paint, it's like still kind of like outrageous. I would just try to find like the best color match and just get my own gosh darn things of paint. It's like these little tiny things of paint. I think I forgot how much he said they were, but they were quite expensive. I mean, you had to save up for a kit one time. Hey Tantor, how you doing? We're working on Takoyaki's little gift exchange. I'm gonna see him on Wednesday. He's coming to Busan Wednesday. We're working on the Infernal Master from Thousand Suns. I also worked yesterday on his like little emblem thing. I'm glad I got this little bit done. Oh my god, why do I keep moving around? Let me put those over there. I'm trying to work on his arms. That's gonna be the tough part. I know, I'd be like, as a bonus, it's like we were at least forced with fire, right? I always give them a nice, like, little flame over to get rid of the fuzzies. It really helps actually sharpen up, especially the gray bits. It helps them make them look nice and metal. Especially because this gray bit, like, that's supposed to be like the bullets, machine gun bullets or something line. Because this is made with a polyester thread. I actually prefer working with polyester embroidery floss over cotton, because cotton I can't use the little flame technique on. And I have some embroidery I have some DMC cotton thread that my mom gave me. I've tried crocheting flowers with, and even with that, it has little fuzzies on the edge when you crochet with it. At least with a single strand. It's not so bad if you crochet with like 2 or 3 strands for some bigger flowers. But for the tiny flowers with a single strand, the edges are kind of fuzzy. And the problem is I can't sometimes burn them away. I can use it with the cotton a little bit if I'm quick. You're not supposed to because it's cotton, right? So it's not going to melt. It's going to actually burn it. But if you're really quick, you can singe off the fuzzies. But you got to be careful because sometimes if you do it too long, it's going to singe the edge of your work. And there's going to be like a weird smoky smell to it. But with the polyester thread, it's you know, it's plasticky, so it's like it melts into it and it actually looks nice. Sometimes it'll actually kind of like with acrylic too. Acrylic and polyester, once you apply the heat, like they're already quite shiny, but once you do it, they become even shinier, which is really nice for metal. You know, I should be making like little robots or something with like the gray thread. But it's got that perfect shiny metal look. Did I already join? Oh, I think I did. Also, I'm gonna do joined rounds for this one. I was doing continuous rounds for the other one. I'm like, I can't be bothered to count. We go back to joined rounds because like the seam's gonna get hidden anyway. I usually try to keep the seam of the arm away, like kind of tucked underneath where no one's gonna see it. I know sometimes continuous rounds are the way to go, but I hate sometimes doing continuous rounds. Like, sure, I could use a stitch marker, but I don't like using stitch markers on like arms and stuff because I'm like, you're literally taking out every couple seconds because you know it's you don't really reach the end of the round pretty quickly, right? I know, I just gotta make sure to make them the same length. Oh right, I should be probably writing this down, at least the bare bones of it. Like I started with 7. See, here's the bare bones for the feet, like at least the foot size and the length, so that way they turned out the same. Thankfully, the armor was a bit different on each leg, so that was like, oh, I didn't have to write that down. I just had to make sure I had exposed front loops on each of the same spots, which I wrote down the thing. So let's see for the arms. 7 in magic circle. I think for the first 3 rounds. So I got one more round to do. And then I'm gonna probably add the fingers before going to the back loops. Also missed what? Oh, you're knitting a Christmas gift. The last to do. Oh my god, Melissa. Oh my god, you're like really crunching on our Tantor. Like you're getting real close to the end. Oh my goodness, like right, Christmas is on Wednesday. Plus, sometimes I know sometimes you gotta give Christmas presents on like Christmas Eve too. What you knitting though? Is it at least something easy to knit, or is it like you're like really going fast? What would be knitting motions? I'm guessing like this back and forth, or I don't know. It's been a while since I've tried knitting. For me, like whenever I make a crochet motion, I always do like this, where it's like, it looks like you're tossing salad actually. It's like almost the same motion as tossing a salad. When I think about it, 'cause I'm always going back and forth with my hook on this hand usually. Oh, I once did a Buzz Lightyear for freakishly short forearm because I redid the wiring and it still bothers me even though it's not very noticeable because of the chainsaw he's holding. Oh, that's good. Right? That's why I like lots of details, because sometimes details help hide our mistakes. It's actually simple work, right? Really, really simple work that makes things difficult. Hey, Crochet Lover, how you doing? Oh, also got a Bailey's with oak. Eggnog is so good. Oh, that reminds me, I need to make some eggnog. Because I don't know why, because we already had plenty of eggs and Mr. Coffee had ordered more eggs. I think he didn't realize that we still had plenty of eggs left. So now we have like a surplus of eggs and I'm like, ooh, you know what I've been wanting to do? 2 things. I've been wanting to try, because Mr. Coffee brought some oatmeal cream pies, you know, the Debbie's oatmeal cream pies back, and I'm like, oh my god, I miss these. There's only one left, but I think that's gonna be his. I've been trying to withhold temptation to eat it, because I'm like, no, he should get the last one. But I have some leftover oatmeal, like instant oats. I'm like, you know what? We got the seasonings for it. I could totally make it, because usually, there's like different recipes, but like, I want to do like the marshmallow fluff filling, because that's the easiest for me to make, because I don't have no heavy cream on hand, plus heavy cream's expensive in Korea. But we have a crap ton of eggs. But you also need egg yolks to make eggnog, and it just kind of like the light bulb went off in my head. I'm like, oh, I should make eggnog and work on the oatmeal cream pies at the same time, because then I have all the egg yolks to make the eggnog with. And what do you call it? I made it without, I know some eggnog also takes cream. I did the one where I just made it with milk and it was just fine. It was perfectly good. I just added a couple more egg yolks to make it creamier. But yeah, I should do that. Like while I make the eggnog, I make the you make the what do you call it? It's kind of like almost like Italian meringue. You're kind of making it. You basically you gotta whip up your egg whites, and then once you get to almost stiff peaks, not quite, you stop and you boil sugar, and then you pour hot sugar while you whip the rest up, and it makes it really good. It makes it like this like delicious, decadent marshmallow fluffiness. That'll be perfect for in between the sandwiches. I just gotta figure out how to make the cookies. I don't have any baking soda. That's the only drawback. I have baking powder, but no baking soda. I'm like, can I make a cookie? And I don't really have much butter. I do have coconut oil, so I'm gonna see if I can try to make it with coconut oil. Anyone ever make cookies with coconut oil? Do they turn out good? Someone said they might turn out crispier, which I'm actually fine with. I don't mind a crispy cookie. But yeah, I guess it won't be really chewy though. I don't like cakey cookies though. I like chewy, which I know for that I'm gonna need lots of butter, I think. But crispy will be, I think, a good trade-off, I think. But yeah, sadly I don't have baking soda, because that's usually what you kind of need if you're gonna make, what do you call it, if you're gonna make cookies. I don't know why I just can't find it here. I keep meaning to get it online, but it's like, if I do, it's gonna take a couple days to come in, probably because it's Christmas. So they're gonna, like, you know, the post is gonna not run for Wednesday and all that, so I'm just gonna forgo that. Oh, some like half finger gloves. Okay, so that's a fast knit. That's good. That's why it's something you could probably pop out in a day. I think that's another thing I would probably choose to knit over crochet, or that, 'cause I don't really like the crocheted gloves that much. They just look too chunky. But I love like some fingerless knit gloves. You know, they're great for like being able to still use your phone and stuff, or sometimes while I need to wear some. Well, I don't know, because sometimes I wear some when I crochet, but the problem is the tiny hooks would kind of hook onto the knit fabric though of the gloves, which kind of sucks. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. Let me make some thumbs. I want to try to see if I can use this little yarn scrap right here. Probably not, it's too short. I'll just go ahead and start using this big old thing. I know, right? I was almost gonna read that as half fishnets for a second, but I'm like, oh, half fingers. You're like, damn, didn't I could knit some fishnets? Can you? I do wonder if there's like, has anyone's ever tried knitting their own stockings, like leggings or something, like very fine knit? That would take bloody forever, wouldn't it? Though, because you need like you need to knit with very thin yarn, wouldn't you, for that? Let's see, the seam is back here. Good. That means I want the thumb to go on the side. Just gotta be careful not to go through the working yarn. You know, it's something funny. Also, do you know how I say like I give it like a heat treatment or a flame treatment. I actually would like to sometimes call it a baptism of fire, just because I was reading or not reading, technically more listening to the Witcher audiobooks earlier this year. I finished the whole series except for the last book, Season of Storms. That's like an extra add-on, so it's not like technically part of the saga. So technically, this at least the Witcher story is done for me. But I was watching that and like I think like one of the books is called Baptism of Fire, or one of the chapter. I think it's no, not a book. I think. Let me see. Is it a book? Let me see. It's called Baptism of Fire. I can't remember if it's just in the chapter or it was like a thing where like Ray just had to go through the hot coals to pick up like a horseshoe. Oh, let me get the light bulb from. I forgot Mr. Coffee's gonna go. What do you call it? To Daiso, and we're gonna like replace the light bulb. So let me take a picture of that real quick, and I'm gonna measure it as well.
think we can grab some coffee?
Do you want to go get some coffee with me?
There we go. Also, who's that we just gotta follow? But Toast Chan, I love that name. Thank you so much for the follow. We're working on a little Warhammer dude, cause Takoyaki Crochet is coming to Korea. He's already in Korea now, but he's gonna come down to Busan. We're gonna finally get to meet up, and we're doing like another gift exchange. And he usually crochets the little Warhammer dudes. So I'm making him, he wants like a little one, because I usually do small stuff, so I'm crocheting him the Infernal Master. That's the one he wanted. Let's see, I'm trying to work on his hand. Okay, I'm wondering for the fingers if I could just get away with French knots maybe. We might be able to do that. Hold on. That's still working out. We don't want to mess with that. Let me take one of these strands. I guess I'll just do fingers with all these like little yarn tails. And that's what I did with where's he at? Like with him, with Pumpkin Prince of Mumu. All his fingers are French knots, like really long French knots. The only problem is they were cotton, so I can't like, you know, firm them up with some fire, you know, with a little bit of heat, like I can with the acrylic. Or surprisingly, it works with the milk cotton. It shouldn't technically, but I guess it does. Let's see. I do one here. I think I'll do 5. I think it's like where they're not too long, but long enough. Yeah, the more times you wrap your yarn around your needle for a French knot, the longer it becomes. And usually what I'll do for like hibiscus flowers, I'll do it like 7 or 8 times, and it's usually how you get like that nice cone looking shape that's like kind of hard to get with crochet for like some flowers. Try to make these a little bit longer. And to firm them up, I'm gonna apply a little heat. I need a new. This one's almost out. There we go. a new tip to the lighter. Yeah, I use it to get rid of any fuzzies, but they also help with certain yarns. They also harden up a little bit, so that's why I'm using it with the fingers, because they're just like little loose French knots. But with some heat exposed, they kind of melt a little bit. Granted, you gotta be careful of what yarn you use. You want to use it like with acrylic or any kind of like, you know, like a non-natural fiber yarn. Granted, this is milk cotton, but this is the cheaper. It's the Chinese milk cotton, so I'm thinking they're like, they probably put a little bit of acrylic in this and just didn't say nothing because it seems to work with it. But I actually don't mind that. I like that it works, actually. One of the things I like about this yarn. Okay, I gotta do one more finger. Wait, did I mute myself? No, I think I was just really quiet. Because sometimes it gets a little bit quiet in chat, and so I use this time to like let my voice rest a little bit, you know? I know, right? Crocheting with fire to get men into it more. I mean, heck, I've seen a huge uptake in dudes crocheting. It's so cool. Because I think finally dudes are realizing that crochet is literally just a medium of art. Like, I think they thought like, oh, you're just stuck having to make, you know, like girly stuff, or like, you know, maybe they don't want to crochet sweaters and stuff all day long. But with amigurumi, I feel like it really opened up new doors, because there's like these dudes on Instagram, and they'll crochet like blood and guts and stuff and do like funny little skits with it. It's like kind of fun to see. You know, it's like, yeah, because like you could like crochet your little like, you know, gamer, like video game dudes, little swords. I've seen people crochet, you know, like it doesn't have to be like all cute girly stuff, right? If they're just not into that, it's like, it's just basically a medium. It's just yarn. You can make whatever you want with it.
You guys want to get some coffee or something?
Oh my god, and thank you so much, Tantor, for the freaking tier 1 sub. Oh my god, it's 3 months too? Well, that means you got your new badge, I think. Yeah, you got the little, you upgrade from coffee beans to little coffee badge. Okay, the last finger. Try to melt it a little bit. Yeah, that's why I like working with mostly, I don't know why, but it makes his hand look like it's kind of chunky. Let's see if I can get these to like kind of move more to the side. This one might need a little bit of glue. A little out there. So, get a little teensy dollop of glue. I like to use this method where you use like a needle. You like stick it in there just with the littlest bit of glue. Because if you try pouring it out, it's just going to be a darn gosh darn mess. You just need the smallest bit. A little more. Oh, but I almost forgot to ask though, Tantor. What colors are you making the fingerless gloves? Also, how long do fingerless gloves typically take to knit? And are they like fairly easy for a beginner to learn? I'm like, if I ever pick up knitting again, Like, I always tell myself, like, if I ever knit again, it's gonna be for socks and probably now adding to the list, what do you call it? Fingerless gloves. I feel like those things usually are hard to look good with crocheted because, like, I don't really like crocheted gloves as much. They're just too thick and bulky. Now, they'll be great, I think it's for, like, outside, maybe? I think if you just want them as, like, warmth protection for the outside, then thick and bulky is great. But for, like, you know, movable phalanges, you know, if you want to be able to move your fingers around, I think knitted fingerless gloves will be the better way to go. Also, I feel like you can make way better pictures too when it comes to what do you call it? Crochet. Uh-oh, this is like that's sticking out kind of funny. I guess we gotta glue that one too. Carefully get a little dollop of glue. Sadly, this method doesn't really work that. Oh, wrong thing. Doesn't really work that well with hot glue because it would have already cooled down. But it works great with, like, you know, all-purpose adhesive glue. I'm basically using, I think, what's similar to UHU glue. I'm not sure. I have to, like, see if the ingredients are the same or not. But I feel like this is the closest thing to UHU. Most people use UHU, I believe, when it comes to, like, yarn wrapping. And then they'll use, like, the E6000 when it comes to gluing on the, you know, onto, like, you know, earring studs, like any metal. Then they use, like, the stronger stuff. But for, like, yarn wrapping and, like, stuff like that, they use UHU. I've seen most people use. There we go, we got a bit, I don't know if you can see, it's like a little bit of a hand. Oh, let me close this before I forget. Alright, that says I usually just do the thumb as a separate finger. Unless it's like a cartoon character with less fingers and they play all a role in the setup. Right? I think he has his hand just like shooting straight out anyway, so most of these fingers are gonna get covered anyway. Like you got some green flame shooting out, so I gotta like do something about that. I think what I'll do is I'll like shred a lot of the. I have some neon green. That'd be perfect, and I'll shred that and I'll like stiffen it up. I think with some fabric glue. Or we'll try this first because sometimes I can do that with this depending on which type of yarn I use. Let me see. Oh, where's the sticker? Oh, I can't see it. Uh-oh, hold on. Where is the stream sticker thing? I think when we did Booktober, I think the resolution got out of whack. did it? Oh, I guess it finished. Dang, it only lasted that long? Oh wait, or did I do something? Hold on. No? It's still visible. Let me try putting one on and see if that pops up. I especially feel like for ones that are done with like with biddies, you would think they last a little bit longer than that. That did not last very long, did it? Hold on. Do I need to turn the I might have to turn the VPN on, I think. But let me do stream stickers. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Now I can see it. Okay. And hopefully that slap ain't too loud. Okay, so this is where they'll pop up. Yeah, I think it was just screwed up for Booptober, I think. I think it's supposed to be down here. There we go. Okay, I think that fits. Let me try. I'm trying to have it where it doesn't, where they can't accidentally hit the Oh, I guess they don't last that long, do they? Oh, it's called Boobtober. It's for breast cancer awareness, so like boobs. Oh, I'm glad that regime still works. Because a lot of times the problem is whenever I do stuff for Boobtober, right, we have like the little bar above everything, so I have to like scooch all my overlays down a bit. And so sometimes coming back from that, I always forget to move some stuff, like some alerts back up to normal. And so they'll be like off center, or they'll be like all over the place. Like they'll be like you saw, right? The sticker like went off screen a little bit, like halfway, unfortunately. Dang, I don't know why they last that long. I wonder if I can leave it where they last a little bit longer. I think I need to go into settings, but I could have swore I made them where they last a decent bit. Let's see, right? Oh dear, I still have that set up. Yeah, don't click the link though. That's just too, well, probably won't lead you to anything because the campaign's closed. But that won't be till next year we open back up. But yeah, we hit our goal this year. And I was super happy because like the first year I started, to be fair, the first year I started, it was like halfway through the season, like halfway through October. So it was like really, you know, like right in the middle of it. I should have like, because mostly we start signing up in August with Crafty Jellyfish. You know, we start getting our overlays set up and everything, all the like buttons and links all set up, ready to go. That way we're all done by October. And what do you call it? This time, you know, like, but before then, like the first time I did it, it was like she was like, I didn't know about it. She's like, oh yeah, you can join, even though it's like middle of like, she's like, you know, really welcoming and like, yeah, you can join now, like everything's set up. And the only problem because of that, I was only like halfway through the season, so I only made like $5 towards a goal. But this year we actually like hit 100 and something. I think it was like 110, I think. So I was really happy because usually hundreds are like, I won't let you make a goal unless it's like at least 100. Let's see. I love that one. Also, again, thank you for the 10 biddies. Right, a nice little test. I was actually surprised people don't use stream stickers more, but I guess I can see why they don't last very long. Unless it's like up to my, maybe I just had default settings on. I want them to last a little bit longer because I put like Doguri and I think one Molong one on there. I'm so sad about Molong. Oh, I don't know if you, because it's been a while. I don't know if you were in here last time I talked about Doguri Tantor, but unfortunately, the company who made him, they're cutting him off. Like they're getting rid of they're not going to make any more products of him. No more promotion. They're not going to do any more like artwork. I was hoping they would at least still like, you know, have the team like do cute artwork of him and post on their Instagram and YouTube, but nope. No more cute animations. He's done for. The only good thing is hopefully that means they put his IP up for sale, and I'm hoping someone will buy it. I know, right? Yeah, Burning Animal, the cute little thing, the cute little pink raccoon. He's finito. Want to join me in on like taking the NCSoft Corp? I don't know. He's not the CEO because it's not the CEO's decision. It was actually some executive, like some old ass dinosaur. He wants to like focus on more older traditional Korean art, which I don't know why they couldn't do both. If anything, I actually loved it when they did the artwork of Doguri, like wearing the hanbok and stuff, and like wearing the gat, like the little traditional hat. But he wants more like, he basically wants to have a different audience. He doesn't want the 30 to something year olds anymore. He doesn't want the 20s to 30 year olds. He wants the really old people as his customers. The weird thing is, here's the thing. I maybe would understand if they were like losing money on Doguri or barely breaking even. No, they were still making a decent profit. They just weren't making as much as they hoped for. And they're like, and here's the thing, they were gonna give the game, like they were making a mobile game too. They announced it back in August, so it was like a little bit of hope. It was gonna be like the last thing, like if this game does well, then they're gonna keep him and continue making stuff for him in the next year. If the game flopped, then they were gonna just drop him. They didn't even let them finish the damn game. Like in November, they're like, yeah, nah. Like the game didn't get to be released. I don't even think it's done yet. They're like, nah. I changed your mind. We're just gonna get rid of him. Like what? I know, and I wanna throw that old Turtak into like a fucking nursing home. Yeah, Turtak is like a very I don't use it lightly. I only use it for the asshole-ish of asshole old people. It basically is short formed of tulitaktak, which is the sound of dentures chattering. Like it's the sound of dentures, basically. Like that. Sound like, oh my god. Alright, and also good morning, I haven't lurked in a while. Oh, then you probably got to see our little Warhammer dude. We're getting some progress on him. Got some progress. Whoosh. I gotta change to a new thing of blue in a second. This is like, we're almost all out. Let's working yarn. Almost there. Okay, now I can rejoin on. But here's, I got a plan though. So for Doguri, guess what? I went on Reddit and went to see, wait, do they have like, you know, they have like, I don't know if they have r/Molong, but I know they have like r/Pushing, right? I've been posting in there. It's got a decent, it's not like a huge subreddit, but it's got like 22,000 members, which is pretty decent, right? Like that's a decent sized subreddit. And I was like, wait, let me make a r/doguri, because here's what also made people really mad is that they took away the Google Drive link where people could get like the wallpapers that they usually have for free to download. So I don't know why they took that away. They still have the YouTube up, thankfully. They have the YouTube up and the Instagram. I think they're gonna leave that up. Oh god, they better. If not, I need to probably start downloading stuff just in I might do that just in case they get rid of it, because I would be so damn mad if they got rid of that. But I think it's like still free money if they keep the YouTube up at least. The only problem is if they sell the IP, would they delete the YouTube or would they hand the YouTube over? So maybe I should actually. When I get a chance, I need to like start downloading all their videos and stuff just to be on the safe side. Not just from YouTube though, but also their stuff, because they have stuff they post on Instagram, like all the artwork, gotta download it, you know? Thankfully I found some older wallpapers on Graphco, which is like a Korean, I think photo sharing site or something, for things like this, like wallpapers and stuff. So thankfully those are on there, but I don't know if all of them were on there. It also means they never released the November one. Like they probably have that already set and ready to go, right? Because usually companies don't make these right before the month, right? Like these wallpapers are probably already done and ready to go. That means we'll never get the November and December wallpapers that were because see, most of the wallpapers are in link with the calendar, so they probably are already done. They're just not gonna give them to anyone. I'm like so sad that those will never get relinquished into the world. But I'm like wondering if we could like use it to make a community of like I need to find maybe hopefully some Korean people that are like super huge Toguri fans but also are somewhat okay in English. I want to see if I can try to get them to come over to the subreddit. I need to like go on there and be like, hey guys, I made a subreddit for him. Let's start sharing our files, you know, and stuff, so that way we can like make a little community of you know, stuff that maybe like people have like the downloads to this, like they'll have the PNG file to this that I don't have, you know, like, you know, we can like share with what we got, and also to kind of keep him alive, like keep his memory alive. It sounds funny, I feel like I'm talking about someone that's deceased as a character, but like I'm wondering if I can help him, because at least with Reddit, right, because I guess maybe a lot of Korean people don't use Reddit, so I'm gonna try to use the Reddit to hopefully help him get more of an international audience. I think that's his problem, right? A lot of like really successful characters have an international audience, right? Like Molong kind of has a partial international audience now. Cacao characters are usually pretty big in the States now. Not everyone's gonna know, but if they like are into Korean culture, if they're into K-pop, they're gonna know of cacao characters basically. They probably got some cacao character merch at some point, right? Like they're here to stay. And Doguri was on his way to becoming like that. Like I didn't realize they only made him in 2021 actually. I remember when I found him, I was like, oh, well, I've never seen this cute character before. He's so adorable and funny. And I was like, turns out he was made in 2021, about the time I kind of found him, actually. So I kind of found him. I think I found him like early 2022, I think. I kind of found him when we moved here, I believe. I don't think I remember seeing him in Wonju. So yeah, he was made like our last year living in Wonju, basically. And already getting like sponsor deals at only being a 3-year-old character, that's actually pretty good. I even asked Mr. Coffee, like, at least by Korean standards, is he still like, was he like still a pretty good, you know, fast track character, like, you know, financial wise? And he said, yeah, he actually, a lot of people are confused of why they're getting rid of him. And apparently it's like the old dinosaurs, the executives, they want to appease the shareholders. So they're like, nah, we need to like, because, you know, now Korea's got a bit of an aging society, so they want to like appease more the older people because they are the larger demographic. But it's like, bro, those people are not going to be here for very much longer. What the heck? Like, you can like, and you could probably find ways to make, you know, Doguri, you know, fit for older people's liking too. He's such a cute little lovable character. How can you destroy that? But yeah, he's just a jerk. The old, it's not just him, it's like I think one other dude too, like at least 2 different like old executive people. They're like, it was like their decision, like, yeah, let's get rid of him. I wonder if the real reason is because technically Doguri, the reason why the 20 to 30 somethings really like him is because he kind of you know, like Doguri kind of represents you know, overworked culture in Korea, right? Like he kind of puts a magnifying glass on that kind of stuff. And he's relatable. That's what he's like relatable to this age demographic of people. And a lot of times old people don't like it when young people complain about having to work really hard. They're like, oh, these young people, they don't want to work hard anymore, like that kind of sentiment. Even though now it's like, bro, you working these people to death for very little pay. What do you mean they don't have a right to complain? But you know, like old, rich Turk people, they're like, they don't care. They just want you to keep your head down and work as a good little slave, basically, a good little wage slave. And I think that could be one of the reasons that they don't like how popular he got with the sentiment. I'm not sure, because I don't know if he was in charge of how they, you know, portrayed his character. They're like, oh, that could be it. Like, you don't like that. And maybe the shareholders don't like that because the shareholders are all crusty, dusty old fogies. You know? I swear. When are the old people gonna finally let the poor 30, 40-something year olds finally in charge, you know? Poor people are waiting their turn. Oh, let's see, I think around here I might switch to the gray. Okay. Oh, let me be right back. I'm gonna get some water. All right. Okay, so seems like round 7 I switched to gray. Panda Sub, how you doing? Oh, it's going pretty good. We're actually gonna meet Takoyaki for Christmas. He just landed in Korea yesterday. He's coming down to Busan on Wednesday, so we're gonna see him for like probably more of a dinner. But we're doing a gift exchange. We're doing our second one, and what do you call it? Making him the little Warhammer dude. Wait, let me make this a little bit sharper for you to see. There we go. This is what we got done so far. It's a little off center, but once I glue it in place, it'll stay. Because we're just kind of like freehanding as we go, seeing what sticks. The only thing I wrote down, I think, was like how to do the feet, but not even the armor part, just like the foot itself. Just so I can make sure to make a second one that's like mirrored. Yeah, that's what we got done so far. And I got his like little emblem thingy, the little beetles, like the pearls and like little beetles at the bottom. They kind of look like coffee beans, I'm not gonna lie. We're trying to work on his arm right now, which looks a little dingy at the moment, but that's because like the armor plate part that's gonna be in gold, that's what I gotta work through these front loops right here. So the arm's looking a little skinny. As most of our arms covered in cape anyway, but I want to make sure they weren't going to be too big and bulky and out of proportion. Oh, sounds like Mr. Coffee's home. I just heard the door. Oh, I saw. How'd it go? Let's see. Oh, then I probably need to read out. But I'll be on tomorrow though. I'm gonna try to see if I can get these arms done. I wanna see how much I could get done tonight. It's like, right, we're like it's getting real close to the time. I think all I have left is I know the cape will probably take a while, but at least the cape's just a long rectangular thing. I gotta work on the back as well, which I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to get done. Oh, I need to also work on this like armor plate thingy. I probably should just make that real quick. I think that has a beetle on it. I need to see it from different angles, honestly. But let me see. Oh shoot, ads are about to start in a second. Okay. How about this? Let me play. I don't know. Let me play them now. Okay, let's say play them now. Then that way there won't be ads playing when we raid out. So let me go ahead and do that and look for someone to raid real quick.
Which chair?
Oh, chair? No, I used the brown chair. Always I use that one. Just the scratch because you have to like push all the shoes out of the way. Let us see who is on now. Oh, Comfy Friends on. Alright, let me wait for ads to finish. That way we can have like one little last goodbye. I hate raiding out when ads are playing. This sucks. Let me see. I like how his like armor like shifts just just slightly to the left, but if I just like pull it here and I'm gonna glue it in place anyway, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Like that. I feel like I might ruin the horns if I try putting some gray there, so I might just leave them be, actually. Alright, I'll see you, Moonrise. I'll be on tomorrow. So we got one little hand done. Oh, it works! Yay! Finally, we have light in our hall, like the little entranceway. Okay, I think I can hit start raid now. That's gonna be done in like 30 seconds. Go ahead and put in our little raid messages. Let me go ahead and copy that just to be on the safe side. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm in her Discord, so I might need to take a picture of this real quick because usually she'll sometimes ask me what we're doing. So let me take a picture real quick. How much time we have left? Okay. Oh, I think you guys should be back from ads now. Yeah, it's about to auto raid out in a bit. But let me take a quick picture to show Fern. We're gonna go raid Comfy Fern. She's real sweet. She's playing The Sims 4. I normally don't get to raid her very much. So that's why I want to raid her today, because we actually have lots of crafty people to raid. But it's been a while I raided her. Oh, it's raining out now. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!